Good evening, everybody. I just thought I'd pop on here and do a quick live or a short, long live, depends on who comes in and says g'day. I want to extend, first of all, I'll be saying this throughout the live. Thank you to all 601 of you who have subscribed to my channel, and thank you to the ones that tune in to watch me while I'm live. Thank you to the ones who tune in after the live. I hope that I'm giving you guys a laugh. I hope I'm giving you guys some things to think about or talk about among yourselves when I'm not live. But yeah, I wanted to come on here. Unfortunately, I can't name all 601 of you, but thank you to every single one of you who has shown me support in the year and a half or so since I've had my channel. I did not believe in a million years that in a year and a bit that I would get to over 500, let alone over 600. So thank you to every single person that has, hey Bubsy, thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed and every single person who has stuck around and put up with my drama, put up with my shit, put up with my moods, put up with me being absent. Thank you for staying loyal to my channel. I really do immensely appreciate it so much. And going forward, yeah, I'm ecstatic. I was on Locomi's channel on her cantina that she does once a week or more. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's just once a week. And I reached my 600 then. I checked before I became live tonight, and it turns out I have 601. So thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed. Even if you're here to troll and you still subscribe to my channel, cheers for being a subscriber. I am not fussed if you are a troll, as long as you don't bring your drama and your crap into my channel, we're all good. But like I said, I just wanted to send out a huge thank you to everyone who has shown me support. Thank you to everyone that has donated over the year and a bit since I've had my channel. And thank you to all those who have stood, like I said, stood by me and become a very dear. Yeah, Locomo's an absolute sweetheart. And no, you're not a troll, Bubsy. You're a good friend of mine. And like I said, I thank you all so much. And thank you for giving me a platform that when sometimes I've wanted to vent about issues, you've let me vent. Thank you to helping me get my shed. Thank you for helping me get my glasses at one point. Just in general, thank you. Hey Woo, how's it going? Um, so like I said, it comes down to that I am very appreciative to all of you so much. I now just have to reach the 1,000 and I might be able to do super chats and super stickers, but I'm not in a hurry to do that. I'll continue having my PayPal in the description because I rather people donate to me anonymously and their privacy is protected. Yeah, so I really do appreciate every single person who has helped me along on my journey. Earlier this week, I was tempted to close down my channel, very tempted to, but my channel, I am going to do my best to bring you guys content that you want to hear. And as I've said in previous lives, I would like for people to come up on panel and talk about a true crime that they're interested in. And even if it's a crime, if it's a true crime that affects them personally, feel free to use my platform as a crutch, if that's a good word to use. No, I won't. No, I'm not going to, Bubsy. I'm not going to. I'm not going to let the people who hate me win and the people that don't like me win, because at the end of the day, negativity comes from a negative place, in their minds and in their hearts. And I'm not going to disappoint the friends I've made, the friendships I've made, the relationships I've developed. And don't call me that in chat, Andy. I don't let people know my real name, doll. So please remove that comment. My real name is Tamara. but I don't go under that under any circumstances. So Andy, please don't call me that. And so I'm going, like I said, going forward, I'm going to allow people to come up on my panel as often as they want. If they want to get a crime out there that they want attention drawn to, they can bring it up on my panel. All I ask for is that when that does happen, please people be respectful of those people, regardless of what the true crime is. They are entitled to do that. So please, when they are doing that, all I ask is that you show them respect and understanding. So, I don't think negativity does come from jealousy, yes, but I don't think it's the case with what happened earlier this week. So it comes down to, apparently my new name is Miss PayPal. I mention where my PayPal is because people don't read descriptions in chats these days. People will just be like, they'll read the title, and if the title grabs their attention, they will tune in. If the creator of that channel, such as me, if I'm going live and people like my content, regardless if it's about true crime or not, people tune in. And I absolutely fucking love that. I love the fact that I've got the support of my brother when I need to be able to ask him, because even though he's going through his own stuff, he's always there for me to vent. When I saw that particular live, I rang him in tears and I was absolutely crushed because of it. It comes down to that. Hello, Dee. How you doing, sweetheart? I was absolutely devastated. Thank you. I was absolutely, like I said, devastated. And hang on, sorry, give me one sec, guys. Sorry. Hang on. I'm trying to enlarge the print so I can read it all. Just give me a sec. Sorry. I'm trying to read what Dee just wrote. Give me one sec, guys. Excuse me. Oh, thank you. Oh, okay. Please be careful and please stay safe, Dee. Yeah, so I just, like I said, I want Andy to feel as though that he is a big reason. He deserves a thank you as well, because if it wasn't for him. Okay, Bubsy, no, hang on, what? Bubsy, I'd rather not mention the name on my channel, if that's okay, because I don't name drop on my channel. But I shall tell you about it after the live, if that's okay. But like I said, Andy's, if it's okay, Andy, for me to tell people, Andy is having his surgery in less than 3 weeks. And for those who don't know, it is weight loss surgery. And I'm very proud of the fact that he made this decision on his own. I wasn't for it to start with because Andy's my baby brother. And I absolutely worry about him. I stress about him. And when he said he wanted to do the surgery, I became more stressed and more worried. But he has stuck to it. And this is, believe it or not, this is something that he has made a decision on and that he has stuck to. And because he has stuck to it, he has my full support. I plan on feeding his animals while he's away, even though, and hopefully when Andy has the surgery, if he's comfortable with it, and only if he's comfortable with it, he might talk about it here. So even though that's not true crime related, it's still something that is someone that's gone through something that is serious, and also because it's something that's happened to someone is happening to someone that I generally care about. So I see it as that, I support my brother as much as I can, when I can, and however I can. So I just want to make sure that, sorry, I'm trying to read chat. It's very difficult to. Okay, please stay safe. I know there's floods around there at the moment. No flooding here? Oh, good. But please stay safe, Dee. Okay, hang on. Oh, wow. Yeah, please, Dee. Please be safe, dog. If anyone wants to join me on panel, let me know. Hang on, I'll just drop it. If anyone, How bad is that for me to... Whoopsies. If anybody wants to join me, you are more than welcome to. I am having an open panel for all discussions tonight, and that's the same with every night. I don't want anyone to ever feel as though that they can't talk about everyday mundane things. You can talk about whatever you want. I'm not the kind of person that, like I've always stated this, if I'm talking about something and you have something you want to get off your chest, please feel free to pop up on panel. It doesn't matter what the topic is, even if I'm talking about something completely different. Everybody, well, almost everybody is welcome on my panel. And it's an open discussion for whatever people want to talk about. I am not fussed in the slightest. And like I said, if you wish to discuss a true crime case, feel free to, because then that's why it's a true crime that, as you see, my channel's name is called True Crime Discussions with Tammy. It's not like true crime discussions from Tammy. It's true crime discussions with Tammy. So if you wish to discuss a crime, you wish to discuss anything, you can even pop up, but act as though this is talkback radio where you can ring up and talk about anything. The only difference is I don't play music, I don't have ads, and if you don't join me on panel, you're just going to hear my annoying voice. And I can guarantee you that will get tiring after a little while. So if anyone wants to join me on panel, please press the link and join me. I haven't seen that, so I haven't heard of that case, Bubsy, but if you are comfortable and want to, you are welcome to come up and discuss that one if you wish to. Oh, you're a sweetheart, Bubsy. Thank you. But like I said, if anyone wants to join me, feel free. No obligations, no talk about and stay on topic kind of crap. Talk about whatever the fuck you want. I honestly don't care. All I ask for is that you don't mention other channel creators. If you're going to be mentioning them in a negative way, save that for private messaging. If you're going to ask me questions about, ask anything really, but there are certain times I will, if I'm that pissed off, like I was pissed off the other day and hurt. I nearly went live with about it, but then Andy being Andy, he talked me down off that and said, no, don't give that person the satisfaction of retaliating, which I'm not. I'm just going to slam the door on negativity and open the next door with positivity. And that's what I want my channel to be about. I want people to know that, in all honesty, I don't mention where my PayPal is so then people donate on every single one of my lives. I don't expect that. I have always stated, only donate if you can. Don't do it if you've got a bill coming up. Don't do it if you've got one of your kids has a school excursion coming up, or you've got shopping due, you've got a bill due, you've got registration due, planning on going on a drive. Do not donate, because I don't want you to be stuck in the middle of nowhere. In the meantime, the money you donated me could have got you out of nowhere. So I mentioned where it is because people don't read descriptions anymore. I don't personally know how to pin messages to the top of my chat anymore. I tried doing that before I went live tonight and it would not work. So I don't know. So, oh, sorry. Sorry. I didn't mean to highlight your comment. I'm just. Yes. Okay. Oh my God. Oh, he's representing himself. Oh, sorry, I just highlighted someone's comment. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. Who the fuck? Sorry, but I don't understand how people. Now, this is going to make me sound horrible, and I'm sorry if anyone else has done this. With representing yourself, you don't have a law degree. And can you imagine representing yourself if you are a person who has committed an SA act on somebody? How traumatic would that be for the victim? How traumatic would it be for the victim's family to sit in that courtroom while that son of a bitch is talking? and their loved one isn't because they were murdered. I don't understand how some people could get away with representing themselves in court. In some cases, like traffic court, fine, represent yourself. Shoplifting, represent yourself. But when it comes to SA assault, which is what the A stands for in that word, S assault, you should not be able to represent yourself in those cases. You shouldn't be able to represent yourself in CM cases. You shouldn't be able to represent yourself in murder cases at all. I'm sorry, but when you are representing yourself, you only get questioned by one side. Whereas if you have a lawyer, you're questioned by both sides. And that's the way I think that the law needs to change personally. But that's just my opinion. I'm sorry if no one agrees with me. Like I said, I'm very, very thankful for all the love and support and encouragement all my friends and followers have given me, and I'm very lucky able to call some of you who come in here my dear friends. Like the people that I have on my Facebook are considered people I trust, and I'm very thankful to them because they keep me in line as well. And I'm very thankful. I can't even put into words how thankful I am, because it's like this time last year I was sitting on about 300 subs, to be honest, I think it was. And a year later I'm just over 600. So when I say just, I don't know what it is now, but last time I checked it was 601. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And by all means, if there is something that you think that I'm doing that I should stop doing, please feel free to let me know. You know what I mean? But try, as much as it's going to sound horrible, please try doing it. Oh, okay, Andy. You don't want to come up today then? No, do you want to come up tonight, Andy, and talk a bit about it? Don't have to, but you can. But like I said, I'm thankful. And on with the next chapter of my life is going to be how to keep. Okay, Andy, I just thought I'd offer, calm your farm. But like I said, yeah. Oh, and okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about true crime, something. And sorry, I know I'm probably going to get in trouble for this, but I'll say it anyway. It's about the Watts case. So, Andy, be patient, because it is a true crime channel, supposedly, and I'm supposed to talk a bit about true crime. So I'll mention this. When Nicholas or Nicole or Chris, whoever found the bloody phone, I honestly don't care who found the phone. It's pointless with what I'm about to say. Anyway, when they got the phone, now if I pick up my phone after being asleep and I see that the screen is off, I straight away think it's flat. All right. Even if I tap the screen and the screen doesn't come on, which is sometimes that does happen with these lovely non-smartphones. So, oh, hey, Penny, I think that was who I read. Yeah, Penny Blake, hello. How are you? How is it that Nicole or Chris or Nicholas knew there was enough battery on that phone to turn it on? Shanann hadn't been answering the phone all morning. All right. And she hadn't been heard from since about 2 o'clock in the morning that morning. She wasn't answering her phone, as Nicole pointed out twice. She's not answering her phone for phone calls. She's not answering her phone to text messages. She's not answering her phone. So my theory is, now this is just a theory, how is it that they knew there would be enough battery in that phone to turn it on? How did Nicholas know that her phone was going to blow up with text messages? Obviously because his mum was trying to ring her. Shanann's mum didn't try to ring her once. She rang the school 3 times that whole day, but never once tried to ring her daughter's phone. She took several days or even weeks or whatever it was to go down to Colorado. what's his fucking name? Oh my God, I've forgotten his bloody name. Oh my God, Frankie Senior. How's this? Now, we all know that been given a lot of money, so this is why he probably couldn't do it now. But the thing I find very interesting is that when he did a CNN interview, he went all the way to Colorado to do that interview, to the Watts home to do that interview. But yet none of them made the effort when they found out that Shanann was missing. I would like the answer to that. I would like to know that it took them 5 days to get down there to see where the hell their grandkids were, and the only person that ID'd Shanann was Shanann's mum over the phone by saying, does she have black hair? Yes. Is she beautiful? Yes. Oh, well, then that's my daughter. Too bad if it was someone else's daughter. I'm sure there are a lot of women out there who have black hair that are drop dead freaking gorgeous. Winona Ryder, when she appeared in Beetlejuice and countless other movies, she had black hair, and guess what? She was gorgeous. You know, so I don't understand. But like I said, if you have not heard from your friend in 8 or more hours, and she's not, like I said, she's not answering her phone for phone calls, she's not answering it to text messages or anything like that, you find the phone and automatically you turn it on. Now, why would you think her phone was charged? How would any of them know her phone would have had enough charge? I would have had the charger ready, or one of the charger to charge the phone. I would have had that in the kitchen and I would have plugged her phone straight in, but they didn't do that. Why? Who out of the 3 of those people, Nicole, Nicholas, and Chris, out of those 3, who knew her phone would have had enough battery to be able to do what Chris was doing? People suspect that Chris had the phone with him and it was tucked under his shirt. Who knows? People say that Nicole and Nicholas were in the house before the cops got there and they put the phone there. Again, who knows? Could Chris have put the phone there when he got home and he went into the house, non-followed, when he went into the house for 1 minute and 18 seconds or so before he opened up the front door? Did he race upstairs, like going 3 steps at a time or something, to plant the phone there? And how is it when they found the phone, they didn't bother turning it over the cushions or anything to see if anything else was there, but they found her Apple Watch a few days later? And how come there was no proof of Nicholas moving the pillows off the couch or the cushions off the couch to find the phone? We don't know. Well, I find it very, very disturbing and very, very frustrating because, like, there are so many people out there who, like, including the Roosex, who want channels shut down because they're doing what they're doing for profit. They're doing what they're doing is in order to make threats against them. I'm not here to make threats. I'm not here to make accusations. I'm not here for any of that. I'm here, like a lot of other creators out there. We're here talking about this case too, still to this day, is because we want answers. We want answers that, if you want us to shut up, give us all the answers we need. Release the entire discovery in its entirety. Don't leave out this part. Don't leave out that part. And I've always said, when they found out that Nicole Kessinger pinged in Frederick the morning of, half an hour after Chris left for work, why was she there? Regardless, if it might have pinged to her closest tower and that one was busy, clocked out, yes, but she didn't clock in. So you got to ask yourself questions in regards to that. The fact that she destroyed her SIM card. Oh, yes. See, I would absolutely, if I can't afford the fee that the Roosex would probably charge me to have them on my channel, and considering my channel's not as big as some of the channels they go on, they're never going to appear on a little channel like mine. I give them an invitation. I give the Watts an open invitation. I give both families an open invitation to be a guest on my channel. And I would love to. And I put that invitation out just over a year ago when I first started my channel, I think. And neither family has taken me up on it. So you want me to shut up about it, be a guest on my channel, and the what's name will not be mentioned on my channel again. Give us reasons as to why you took a week to get down there when your daughter and your grandchildren and your nieces were missing, that you claim to love so much. Why did you take a week to get there? But then when you wanted to put it out there that people want to disrespect you, you went to that news and you showed them footage of other creators talking about the case. Now, if you really, and I've heard rumors that you're protecting Kessinger. Why would you protect the woman? Again, I don't know if that's a true rumor. So if there's truth to it, great. If there's not, I'm sorry. But let's say there is truth to that. Why are you protecting the woman that may or may not have had anything to do with your daughter's death, but that woman destroyed your daughter. She was sleeping with your daughter's husband. Therefore, she destroyed your daughter. Shanann went through another divorce because I think one of them's straight or he's straight. I don't honestly know. And honestly, I don't care. It's not my concern. I don't care who sleeps with who when it comes to this. If a murder has occurred, that's what I focus on. I don't focus on what kind of parent Shanann was, because honestly, I don't care. I honestly do not care what kind of parent Shanann was. Every single one of us, all of us that are in chat at the moment, whether we're a parent, whether we're a brother or a sister, we're all guilty of being assholes to a sibling, a wife, a husband, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, an uncle, an auntie, a mother, father, cousin, whatever. We are all guilty of being that once in our lifetime. So we're all criminals in that sense. Okay. But the thing is, though, Shanann was a perfectionist. She wanted everything perfect. And I'm sorry, I'm not a parent, but I'm pretty sure that if I was a parent, I would want the same. So because she was a perfectionist does not mean that she was a bad parent. She gave her kids medicine before they went to bed every night. Just remember that scene from Kindergarten Cop when the mother's in the chemist and he goes, the dad turns up and he goes, "You shoved all this crap down my throat for years and there was nothing wrong with me." And the mother looks at him side eyes and goes, "That's why there was nothing wrong with you." And he turns back to the pharmacist and goes, "How can you argue with that?" You got to ask yourself, why was she doing that? But who cares? Giving with her daughters that sort of stuff before they went to bed each night or each afternoon, whatever it was, that was her choice. That has got nothing to do with what actually happened to her in the end. So I'd really wish people would just stop trying to make her be this person that she probably wasn't. So, this case would never, ever make it okay with what happened to Shanann. Nothing will make this case seem it's okay. Let's put a theory out there. This is a theory for the stalkers in the background. Theory. In other words, no fact to it. Let's say Shanann did kill the girls. Would that make us look at Chris any different? Well, for me, it would make me look at him and think, okay, you didn't kill the girls, but yet you killed Shanann, and therefore by killing Shanann, you killed Nico. So regardless of anything, you still killed two people. And how he keeps on insisting, "I didn't kill those girls, I didn't kill those girls." He's constantly referring to that. When you watch the interrogation video, he's honestly saying, "I did not kill those girls, I did not kill those girls." And then suddenly his head goes into his hands. And it's really weird. It's like he's just been given some really fucked up news. And the thing is, though, like there's always an element of mystery when someone is killed. I listen to enough forensic files to know that no one ever gets away with anything. The truth always comes out in the end, and when it does, I'll enjoy that. But for now, we just have to accept the fact that the case is closed. Chris is where he needs to be, whether he killed the girls or not. And I think that, like I said, I would love to be able to interview the Ruseks. I would absolutely be honoured to interview them, and I would absolutely love for them to appear, but they won't. And the reason they won't is because my platform isn't big enough to feed their egos. Like, my heart goes out to them. My heart generally goes out to them. My heart is with them forever because of what they've gone through and what they've lost. But in saying that, why take a week to get down? Your daughter is missing, and yet you are not going to where she's missing from. You are staying away. Why? Why did Cindy say check the knives? People say that's an old thing they used to say back in the day. But when your family's missing and your mother is saying check the knives, you're not really going to be thinking, oh, it's okay, it's an old-fashioned statement. It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's just something they used to say back in the day. Not when your family's missing. It's not a thing you come out and say under any circumstances. And the thing I find very strange is I don't think Shanann was put there on Monday. I honestly do not believe she was, because flies, and because, as we all know, August is warm in Colorado. Okay, so you got to take that into account. August is when it starts getting, it's still warm. So where was all the insect activity around Shanann's body? There was none. There were no blowflies. There was no hints of anyone any wild animals trying to get to her, regardless of what anyone says. If a wild animal smells death and wants something to eat, fuck it, we'll go for it, and it will find it. I don't believe that anyone was killed in the house, because the cadaver dogs never picked up the scent of a dead body. And I've always stated, and I've stated this from pretty much from the beginning when I first started talking about this case, I do believe that they were taken out of the house by use of chloroform or whatever they used to knock them unconscious for a little while. And then by the time it came time to actually doing something, they weren't home, because NK did not let people look in her house or her car, and neither one of those were investigated. So how do we know they weren't taken out the back, like, so just put out cold by chloroform and then put into NK's car and driven somewhere else? We don't know that. I don't know that. You don't know that. The only people that can explain what happened that night, or that morning, I should say, sorry, are no longer here to give their story. I don't care how many people do spirit boxes. I don't care how many people do a Ouija board. I don't care how many people do a tarot reading. I do not honestly care about any of that, to be honest with you, at the moment. My point is, though, is that nobody's going to know the truth, because Chris is never going to tell the truth. Because he knows that if he ever does get out of jail, he's going to have a target on his back for the rest of his life. Whether he killed the girls and Shanann and Nico, whether he killed nobody, he is still going to have a target on his back, because he's openly admitted to doing it. So by just admitting it, he has a target instantly on his back if he ever does get released. And I agree there, Bubsy. It's definitely guilt. Oh, that's why they didn't come down. I don't know. I can't. Okay. Yeah, I don't think he killed the girls. No, I don't think Shanann killed the girls either, but I'm just saying, what would we all do if it came out that Shanann did? Because you got to remember, Chris was very, very adamant that if they did a DNA swab on the girls' necks, they would find Shanann's fingerprints. Now, let's just say, for example, at this point, okay, this is another theory. Let's just say that Chris had no idea what happened to the girls. None whatsoever, okay? Now, that's the thing, though, that's very strange, is why would Chris say, check the girls' necks for fingerprints and you'll find Shanann's, if he would just say something along the lines like, oh, there'll be no fingerprints or something like that. You know, he wouldn't say, oh, swab the girls' necks for DNA and see what you find. Why was he so adamant to say that? He wasn't showing emotion because he believed his girls were still alive. The cops kept him too long, so he couldn't go get his girls. And that's what I start to believe. I don't believe he killed the girls. Part of me believes that he didn't even kill Shanann. He's covering for somebody. And that person he's covering for, unfortunately, I'm sorry, is either NK or for someone else. But he's covering for them because they have higher up people that can get to him. Even in jail, he has those people that if he reports them and says that they're responsible and they get arrested and charged, let's just say that I don't think Chris would be here anymore if he spoke the truth and the whole truth, but nothing but the truth. So help him God. You know what I mean? Like my heart goes out to the Watts family because they still get treated like absolute shit because it was their son. The Ruseks get treated like shit because there are so many questions that people want answered, but they're refusing to answer unless you probably either have a very large channel and it's going to get out to thousands and thousands of people, or you're CNN. Not mentioning the creator's name, but the other night I was watching something and they were saying about how he did that interview about that in the Watts home. Why? Why couldn't you do that? You could have done that interview at home. You could have done it in a bar. You could have done it sitting on your couch. You could have done it sitting on your own front porch, but you didn't. You traveled all the way to Colorado to do that CNN interview with CNN, but you didn't do it. You went all the way out there to do it though. But yet you took a week to get out there, or even a couple of weeks to get out to Colorado when your child and your grandchildren are missing. You didn't budge. Yeah, so just none of it makes much sense. And it continues to boggle my mind. Like every time I say I'm not going to talk about the case, I end up talking about the case. And it's frustrating because I frustrate myself because I'm going, okay, I'm not going to talk about the case. Not going to talk about the case. Not going to talk about, and then what do you know? I end up talking about the case. And it frustrates me because it's like, well, what am I supposed to do? I have all these thoughts going around and around and around in my head, and and also, it's funny how now this is not funny, haha, because nothing is funny about this case, but the thing I find but most bizarre as well is that Nicole Atkinson was more than happy to talk about how Shanann wasn't feeling well. They had to force her to eat and drink because she was pregnant. Where was Nicole Atkinson helping her to the door with the suitcase? Regardless if Shanann was stubborn or not, where was Nicole helping her to the door with her bags? Now, I don't know if I'm pretty sure it does because if I go from, say, Adelaide to Melbourne here in Australia, I get a tag on my suitcase. There were no tags on Shanann's suitcases. Those aren't things that you can just like rip off with your hand and go, yep, see you later, thank you, bye. They're not those sorts of things. Now, if you look closely at the doorbell camera, unfortunately, I can't bring it up. But what happens is when she walks, you look, and the suitcase looks like she's just gone to the next area that she lives in with a suitcase. I personally, even with my bad eyes and even when my eyes were okay, I could not see the tags. And when you see the suitcase at the bottom of the stairs that day, when they go do the welfare check, you can't see the tags that she went to, where she went to. And I'm Arizona. There are no tags on her bags to indicate that. No one saw Shanann at the airport. No one saw Shanann at the restaurant. No one saw her on the plane. Now, regardless of what anyone says, though, now, if I was at the airport and I saw her, I would be like, I saw that woman. She was waiting for a plane and she didn't look very good. You know, even if it's just like 1 minute of fame to say that, I'd say it. If I saw her on the plane and she was as sick as Nicole Atkinson claims, where the air hostess is coming up and saying, oh, yes, I had to constantly bring her water because she wasn't well. Yes, please hit the like button. I'd appreciate the feedback. Thank you. But if you don't like what I'm talking about, thumbs down, fine too. But I prefer thumbs up because they make me feel good. But like I said, it just doesn't seem to make much sense. And thanks for writing that, Bubsy. I just want people to know that if you have anything to add And the StreamYard link isn't in chat anymore, I don't think. But if it is, please feel free to click it and come up and give your point of view of what you're thinking about this case. And don't be afraid to swear. You can swear as much as you like. I don't care. I'm not going to be like, bye, you said the F-bomb. I don't care. I really don't. So if you want to pop up here, please click the link in chat. If you can't find it, let me know. I'll drop it again. And yes. Hang on. It's in my description, Bubsy. It should be anyway. Please feel free to drop that in here as well, so I don't have to keep mentioning it. But yeah, it's in my description, doll. But like I said, nothing about this case. It's like you can go down a road, all right, and then you get to a crossroad and you turn left. You're not going to talk about it anymore. You turn right. You are. You go straight ahead and you're thinking, I don't fucking know. And that's how I am at the best of times when it comes to this case. I think it's actually incredible that there is a creator out there who has reached out and is friends with the world. I think that's great. I wish you all the best. I don't think you should, be ashamed of anything that you talk to them about. I think it's great that there is a fellow Australian that's actually become friends with the Watts family. Like I said, I think that's great. Congratulations. All the best in the future, and moving on from that. But like I said, I just think that, and like I keep saying, I don't have anything against either family, and neither should anybody else, because the Ruseks lost their daughter and their grandchildren and their grandson. And in a lot of ways, the Watts lost the same thing, because you think about it. When I don't know if this is fact anymore, so please bear in mind. Okay, again, this is a theory or a thought. I don't know that when the Watts go see their son in jail, I don't even know if they're allowed to hug him. I don't know if they're allowed to touch him. I don't know if they're allowed to do anything to Chris when they see him. I don't know. So in a lot of ways, if let's say they can't, they've lost their son, their daughter-in-law, their granddaughters, and their grandson. Yes, they still have kids from Jamie, but it's not really the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's completely different, because what's his face? Thank you, Bubsy. Nico was going to carry on the Watts name. And it's just really, really, really sad that, they're getting dragged through the mud like they are. And while the Ruseks are getting, money left, right, and centre. I don't have a spare 20-something thousand dollars to pay any of them to be a guest on my panel. I don't have 1,000 subs to give them that kind of, platform to tell their story. I'm sorry that I don't have that kind of money. If I had that kind of money, I'd be so bloody happy, but I don't. I don't even walk away. Like, at the end of this live, without sounding horrible, I'll be lucky if I walk away with any donations to my channel at all. And I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. I'm used to it. My point being is the fact that I'm not going to, you know, do whatever I'm doing, because I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this because, and if people donate, it's because they like my content. They like hearing my voice. They like me as a person, not because I'm bringing up the deceased family, or as Mr. Rusek had to say, as in Frankie Sr., people are making money off their tragedies. How much money have you made off this since Shanann's been gone, and the girls and Nico? And I'm not saying that to be judgmental, because I honestly don't give a shit. But my point is, though, is that if you don't want people making money off the tragedy of the loss of your parts of your family, I challenge you, Rusek family, to give back every single cent you have been given since the death of Shanann, Bella, Cece, and Nico. If you don't want people making money of it, that should go for you too, whether you're the family or not. Donate, give back all that money, donate it all to charity. If you think that it's not about, people shouldn't be able to make money of it, neither should you. Hang on, sorry, Penny. I'm old and have no clue. Oh, sorry, this was Penny's asked me. Oh, yes, Bubsy is great. I'm very lucky to call Bubsy one of my dearest friends. Yes. Oh, can someone? Okay, not asking anyone to donate anything, but can someone just click the PayPal link to see if it works, please? Because this is why I sometimes don't let it be posted in my chat because I'm worried that it won't work. So if anyone could just click on it, you don't have to donate anything. So relax. But can someone please click on it to see if it works? Because then if it works, then I know it works and it's great. But if it doesn't work, then I need to figure out what the fuck's going on. Yeah, you do help me, Bubsy, in more ways than you know, Dale. You're a good person, and you've been of great support to me, and you've been very understanding of certain situations where we talk. So if anyone, like I said, if anyone can click on to that and let me know if it works, that would be awesome. Oh, if that's aimed at me, Bubsy, I love you too, honey. Yeah, it works, Tammy. I have looked. Oh, just looked. Thanks, Penny. Hey, TJ. But like I said, it just comes down to the fact. Oh, see, sorry. I'm going to highlight that. I'm so sorry. But no, I just think that, if people, I see as no, okay, victims of crime for payments wise, I think that should go to people that are actually the victim themselves of the crime. If they've passed away, the money that would have gone to them goes to a charity. Um, I don't know. I just find it very weird how they want people to stop talking about it, but yeah, they only go on selected channels on YouTube and only go on selected TV channels and stuff and tell people to stop. And there's the interview where they say, "Oh, we've tried calling YouTube to get them to take videos down and all that sort of stuff." And then here's the funny thing, though. Later on, in that exact same televised interview, they said YouTube does not have a direct phone number where you can call them. So how are you calling them? If you call, that's what they've stated. We've tried calling them. How you can't attempt to call someone unless you have a phone number. YouTube, as far as I know, according to the Ruseks, don't have a phone number, but they've tried calling them. I'm sorry, but if YouTube was to have, say, no more crime talk, it'd be kind of like there was no more internet porn. Sorry to say that word, but I had to. There'd be one website left saying bring back the porn. I do not understand how people can be so, like I said, my heart is with the Ruseks, my heart is with the Watts family. Now, like I said, if Cindy and Ronnie and if Jamie goes and visits him, I don't know. If they can't hug their son, isn't that kind of like their son died? Because I know how close Cindy and Chris were. They were very close. And to not be able to hug, like, this is embarrassing to admit. Sorry, guys. And sorry, Andy, if you're still listening in the background. When Andy and I are out and he does something that I find absolutely really beautiful, or like a few weeks ago, I love when I can afford them. These egg wraps that I get in this place in the city. And there was a time when Andy was in the city and we're meeting up in Paradise Interchange. That was cool. And then he goes, "Oh, I got you something." I'm like, "Oh, okay. No worries." And he got me two lots of them, one with pork and one with chicken. And it's basically like an omelette, but it's got like a salad in the middle of it and then the eggs wrapped around it. And they're my favorite thing to eat. And he got me two of them. And I was just like blown away because he actually thought of me. And it was just something, oh, bless your cotton socks. And it was beautiful. And like sometimes when Andy and I are out, he'll do something like that. And, it's sweet. And I like to hug him and he gets embarrassed. Be happy that your big sister wants to hug you in public, you motherfucker. But no, he's a good brother. I'm very lucky. At times, he's a good brother. Other times, he just gives me the absolute shit. But anyway, back to the Watts. I just don't understand how people want families want them to stop talking about it. But here's the thing, though: we're not going to stop talking about it until, and I might be just speaking for myself here, but I won't stop talking about the case until every single son of a bitch that is connected to that case is where they need to be. Chris did not act alone. Chris had help, and to say that he didn't have help, I find a lot of it very sus. You know what I mean? Like, his last words he heard little one say was, "Daddy, no." But the thing is, though, could that have been for another reason? Why that little one was saying, "Please, Daddy, no"? Or are you going to do the same thing to me that you're going to do to Bella, did to Cece? Either way, I still do not believe Chris acted alone. And I'm going to say it here and now. If I have offended anyone with anything I have said tonight in regards to the resex or the what's, I do apologise. But again, everyone's entitled to an opinion. You want to come up on panel and tell me not to talk while I'm talking? That's fine. Be my guest. Everybody's welcome. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. I don't care. But while I'm up here on my own, we'll talk about what I want to talk about. Oh, sorry. Oh, I could never live with my siblings again, Bubsy. Oh, Andy is one person, like, in my life, family wise, that I would actually protect with my life. Yes, on my own channel, unfortunately, I am the boss, Penny. I love being the boss of my own channel. I can say whatever the fuck I want. Meep meep. Toot my own horn. Sorry. And Penny, thank you for checking if the PayPal link works. I really do appreciate that, hun. Now, if there's anyone out there who doesn't know how PayPal works, sorry, I'm not doing this. Oh, now I know how it works. We're going to donate to her, because I honestly don't care. You open the link that's in chat, you press it, and then it will say either from memory, okay? Because I've never donated to anyone because I can never afford to. It will say donate, I think, and then you just press this is how I think it works. You press the donate button, you type in how much you want to donate, and then you have to enter your credit card details, which I don't get, so don't worry, I don't see your credit card details. You then, like you said, you enter your amount, you enter your credit card details, and then you press send. And then what happens is that I get a notification on the top of my page where the time and the temperature and my battery life and all that shit is. I actually get a text message telling me. So that's why some people are like, how do you know when you get a donation while you're live? Because I've set it up so I get a text message notification about it. And when I'm live, it comes through as a text message. So that way I can then thank people. Now, I've said this before, when it comes to donations, I don't, for example, if TJ or Penny or Bubsy were to donate right this second, which I'm not asking you to do, so don't stress, but let's just say you were going to do that. Out of respect for you and your privacy, unless you tell me different, I will mention your name if you want me to. But under no circumstances, no ifs, ands, or buts, no matter what you say to me, I will never, ever, 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 ever reveal what people donate to me under any circumstances, because I choose to keep that to myself and between me and the person who's donated. I don't want people to be looking at where they're going to other chats as though, oh, she donated to that Tammy girl. That Tammy's a bitch. I don't like her. But hang on, Penny's come into our chat, so let's be nice to her like Tammy is, and then maybe she'll donate to us at the same amount. It doesn't work that way. If you want me to mention you by name, I'll mention you by name. But I will never, no matter how much you want me to, I'm sorry, I will never tell people how much you donate. That's just my choice and the way that I choose to run my channel. Because I see it as, even when I'm eligible for super stickers and super chats, I won't be doing them. Because I see how it's confidential, stays confidential. Whereas with super chats and super stickers, there's no confidentiality in that. You know what I mean? So no. And I'm still adamant that, so if I had membership, all my mods would actually have a free pass for that. I wouldn't expect, if they could come in anyway, even if you are a mod, you can go into those members only chats anyway. But even so, I would not do members only. Point in that. Seriously, I do not understand members only. I want every single 601 of you, or however many it is now, I want each and every one of you to be able to have an opinion with what I'm talking about. I want each and every one of you to be, like I said, if you've got a crime you want to talk about a murder, you want to talk about a R, you want to talk about an SA, you want to talk about a CM, feel free. But please, if you're friends with me on Facebook, you need to give me the heads up first, so I could then put a warning that in my live saying tonight's live will contain some bad stuff. It may trigger some viewers, so watch with caution. You know what I mean? But don't just, or anything like that, because I can't express enough how much I need to be able to protect people from the bad shit that goes on in the world. I can't save everybody. Oh, thank you. So yeah, you got to say, make sure you sent it to friend. Oh, there you go. Okay. Thank you, TJ. I didn't understand how it all worked. And so just some fucking I am. Yeah. So yeah, that's how basically PayPal you can donate. Don't. This PayPal's not going to be offended much. No, I'm joking. I'm not kidding. But all money raised, like the money I raised last time, went to my garden shed, and you've also hopefully all seen that video of me trying my hardest to do a good video of showing you my shed. If it was crap, I do apologize, but it's still standing after the winds we've been having lately. It's actually still standing, which I'm thankful about, and I am so thankful to every single person who has donated. As I said earlier, I appreciate it immensely. It does sincerely mean a lot to me. It helps every single bit that you guys donate, whether it all goes, like went to the garden shed before, whatever money I make from here will go towards hopefully me being able to afford the full stream. Because the thing is, I can't guarantee that because of the fact that it's like $40 a month, and that might not seem like a lot, but for me it is, and I can't guarantee that unless, I'll be honest with all of you, unless I start making a steady income, it's just going to be random live here, random live there. So because I can't guarantee I'm always going to be able to get what I need to be able to pay for it each month. So oh, thank you, Bubsy, that was sweet. Wasn't that great? It was great maybe because I was on camera for the first time like in forever. But no, I just see it as that yeah, I just want to be successful on here. I want to be able to bring people together and feel as though that I hope this isn't me being full of myself here. I just hope that I've made some of you laugh over the time since I've had my channel. Like referring to Nicole Kessinger as camel toe. If anyone takes offense to that, well, sorry, not sorry. But like I said, if I can just make people laugh just a little bit, then it's worth it. If I can make someone just feel good about themselves, even though some people known as TJ don't like to be praised. I love giving positive feedback to people, who are good to me. Like Bubsy, you're an absolute sweetheart. When you changed your name to Boo Boo, that was like, what the hell? And then you changed it back to Bubsy just as I was getting used to calling you Boo Boo. And Penny, I think you've been on my panel once, Penny, and you're an absolute legend. I think you had just moved at that point, and you took time out of unpacking all your goodies and stuff, and you popped up on panel, and it was great. If that was you, I'm sorry if it wasn't, but yeah, I love having people on panel to be able to thank for everything they've done, and I'll continue thanking people because there are people, like I said, who have helped me when I feel like I just want to break. And like I said, it means so much to me that you are all there for me. And it's, oh, sorry, shouldn't get emotional. It just means a lot. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, I just hope that with my upcoming events that I'm trying my hardest to organise, I hope that it can come to fruition, like full circle. I can announce one thing that I'm going to be doing because I already have been told by my dear friend Elizabeth Anderson. And if you're listening to this on replay, Elizabeth, hello. I have spoken. She has spoken, and I have now spoken to one of her dear friends. His name is Steve, and he is a mortician. So I'm hoping when I can arrange to do a live when he's awake and alert and not busy, I can actually, we can have him here and he can tell me what goes into his job, like what does he do as a mortician and all of that sort of stuff. So, feel free to ask questions, but I will say now, do not ask if he's done whatever a mortician does on a famous person because I've already asked him that and he says, I can't answer that. And he goes, I haven't, but even if I had, I can't answer that. And I'm like, So if you are going to be in my live that time when he is on here, please refrain from asking him that question. Because I even said to us, just touch the tip of your nose if it's a yes. And this is on a phone call. And he won't budge. He won't even smile. He won't even anything. So if you are going to ask them, I said the chat might have questions. Instead of me just asking random questions and put him offside, I've said to him to send me a list of at least 10 to 20 questions he feels comfortable with me asking. So then that way it's not putting his job at risk, it's not putting him on the spot and feeling as though that because he's going to be on panel with me, he has to answer it. Just please, when he does appear on panel with me, please show him respect. And a few other things that I'm looking into, but I can't go into detail at the moment because who knows, but I did find out something very interesting. The Beaumont children. I've tried to find information out about that, couldn't get squat. For the police station from where it was actually reported, which was down here, which over here in Australia we pronounced it Glenelg, not Glenelg, Glenelg. Same, spelt the same way forward as it is backwards. That case is still open. So if you do have any information on the Beaumont children, please call Australian Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000 if you have any information about that. And I think there is a very handsome reward that if you can give them any information that leads to, unfortunately, their whereabouts, you could, come into a lot of money. But if it's a false lead, then you get squat. But yeah, if you have any information about them, please ring that number. It's toll free in Australia. Or you can go onto the Crime Stoppers website, which I think is Crime Stoppers australia.com.au. I think, I don't know. But yeah. Hang on, sorry, what is TJ asking? Hang on. Okay, what are you asking to drop in my chat, TJ? Yes, you can, TJ, but the only way you can do that is if you're a mod, my darling. So how about this? I'll step down for 2 seconds, make you a mod, you drop the link, and then you can remain a mod for the rest of the live so you can do that. How's that sound? Yeah, that's fine. TJ, I will step down quick. Hang on. I'm going to find my other phone. I do it wrong. Oh, that was smart. Dropped something. Oh my gosh. Golly gosh. No, not there. Okay, TJ, do me a favour, my dear. Can you find the link? Can anyone find the link in chat and come up here for a few minutes while I do that so then the TJ can drop a few links in chat. And then when the live is over, if TJ wants to stay a wrench, she can. If she doesn't, then I shall remove it. But this way, TJ can drop a few links into my chat. So if anyone wants to pop up to cover for me, that would be so sweet. But if you don't, then that's fine. Oh, someone's coming up to cover for me. This is so cool. And it's TJ. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
That's good. I'm going to make you a mod for temporarily or indefinitely, depending on what you want. So then you can drop whatever links you want when you're in my chat.
I
Is
only
that
want to
cool?
put mine up there. I'm selfish like
Pardon?
that. I only want to put mine up. I'm selfish like that.
No, that's what I mean. You can drop as many of your links in my chat when you're on. When you're in my chat. That's what I'm saying. I can make you a mod so you can do that. You don't have to do anything
Oh, but
else.
Busby's already done it. I'm sorted now. Thanks.
Thank you, Bubsy.
Thank you, Busby.
Oh, Bubsy's a sweetheart. She's always helping out the little people like me. So what's been happening with you? I'm at 600 and something subs now.
Fabulous. I'm on
I know.
67.
How many, sorry?
168.
Oh, you'll get there. I'll make sure you do. Bubsy, please keep TJ's link for her channel on record so we can continue pumping it. I need to get you up.
I've just put a new puppet up called New Prime Minister because my puppet can do a better job than anyone else out there at the moment.
Oh, is he really that bad, is he?
It's she. She lasted 45 days.
Oh, she. Oh.
45 days.
Hang on, sorry. Did you say she only lasted 45 days or she's been in power for 45 days?
She only lasted.
Oh my God. Why so little time?
Because she's a knobhead.
Oh, so who's in power now?
Nobody.
Oh, so you're a free country. You can do whatever you want now.
Well, no, because we still have a king.
Yeah, but who was it that said it the other day that Prince Charles can't be, or King Charles, he can't be king because he's divorced and he married his mistress.
That's a load of bollocks. That was changed.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, for those out there, if you live in Australia, don't do cash because you'll probably get King Charles on a note.
Yep. That's going to come.
I don't want him to be.
Well, think about it. Henry VIII, married, divorced, died. Married, divorced, beheaded.
But didn't he behead all his wives?
No.
Who did that?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think who had who had 8 wives and cut all their heads off. Excuse me.
No, he didn't cut them all off.
Oh. Whoops.
But he invented divorce.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, the English were Catholic. They've always been Catholic. But then King Henry VIII wanted to divorce his wife. He couldn't. So he broke off from the Catholic Church and created the Church of England. So he could marry.
Oh, wow.
So he divorced one of his wives and married the next one. So the fact that Prince Charles divorced and then remarried, he wasn't king at the time.
But
So you
Camilla
with me?
can never be queen, can she?
She's never going to be queen. She'll be consort, but she'll never be queen.
Well, I'm sorry, but that just makes me happy to know that, because I don't know. I look at her and I just think of like diarrhea.
Well, no, why?
I don't know, just her shitty attitude towards things, like seeing how some people went up and gave her flowers, and because they weren't pretty in her eyes, she just gave it like a screwed up look, and that gave me a shitty feeling about her.
When did she do that?
She did that about 5 years ago. Little girl came up and gave her some flowers, and she just looked at them and screwed up her face. It might have been her smile, but her nose
I
was
think it
screwed
was
up.
her smile. She doesn't have a... She's not been brought up in the royal family.
Oh.
So she doesn't... You've got to remember that she wasn't royal.
Oh, okay.
And she didn't have the lessons that royal people have.
Well, neither did Diana.
Yes, she did, because she was second cousin.
She was Charles's second cousin.
Yes. Or third cousin or something. She was Lady Diana Spencer.
Oh.
So she was up there anyway.
Oh, okay.
So she was being groomed to possibly be, my opinion only, she was being groomed to be a possible bride to the next king. Because all young women in that social standing are groomed to be the next wife, the next breeding machine.
So technically, Charles and I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I think no.
Well,
I think I might leave that alone.
Charles's first love was Camilla.
Yes, yeah.
But no, he couldn't marry her because she was a commoner. There was no royal blood there, so he couldn't marry her. So he had her as a mistress, and her husband knew that, and he had his relationships with other people.
Oh, so that's probably why he just so like kind of thing about it, because he was doing the dirty on Camilla. Camilla was doing the dirty on him. But like, there are people, and I don't judge people by looks clearly, because I judge myself enough. But I look at Charles and I'm thinking, you don't prize. You're nothing really good to look at, or hearing him talk or anything about him screams, yay. I'm glad he's on TV.
Right, yeah, but he's royal family. You are going to get your face like Meghan Markle, right? Let's go down that rabbit hole.
Oh, let's please.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I've got a completely different point of view than everybody else on this, by the way.
Oh, no, feel free to express it. That's what I say. Everyone's entitled to an opinion on my panel.
I believe, or do I? I strongly erring towards that direction, that she does love Harry.
Yeah.
And she's just little girl lost because she thought she was a fucking princess in America.
Yeah.
Because the way celebrities are treated in America is the way our royal family is treated over here.
Yeah.
But our royal family is treated more so. I mean, if Meghan Markle was walking down a main street in Australia, right, you'd have one paparazzi go, "Oh, Meghan Markle was in Australia," right? And she would be like, "Oh, somebody in Australia recognizes me. Oh, fabulous." Yeah.
Yeah.
If Princess Eugenie was in that same street at the same time, she'd have
Mm.
10 paparazzi.
Yeah.
And she's one of our lesser royals.
Isn't she one of Fergie's daughters? It's Eugenia and Beatrice, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so but that's our royal family are purely there for tourism.
Mm.
That
I
they are
do.
there to bring money into this country. All that pomp and ceremony is there to bring money into this country.
Mm.
And it does a fucking good job because it's a fucking good business.
Oh yes.
It's been doing it for 90 years.
I always think, like, I love well, I didn't love it, but in one interview where Charles goes, "Oh, I get very upset when I'm out with Diana." He goes, "I might as well not even be there because people are chanting for her," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, that's funny." I'm sorry, but I found it funny. And then he
Well,
goes, "Oh, when I should have 2 wives, so I could walk down the road and I can have a wife on each side of the street." I'm like,
well, it's the same thing happened with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
oh yes, that was a tragedy and a nightmare.
It was, but like in this circumstance, she was Charles and he was Diana.
Mm,
Everywhere Johnny Depp goes, the cameras are on him,
yeah,
and they didn't even know who she was.
exactly. Like when I saw the first picture of both of them together, I don't know why, but the first thing I thought of when I saw they said Megan then, when I first saw Amber, I was like, money hungry. She doesn't love him. This is
No,
going to end in tears. And sure enough, it ended in tears, but her tears.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's been going on for years and decades and decades and decades. You've always got men with money and women that want it.
Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong. Money's a good thing to have, but like it's not the end all of end all. But
But
in some cases, unfortunately, it is. Like I'd never kill someone for money.
see, no one ever mentions because they all
Mm.
love Diana. They all think Diana was the wonderful princess that she was.
But no one mentions that she had an affair.
No one mentions that she had an affair.
And there was speculation for many, many, many years about Harry not being Charles's kid because of the red hair. No, yeah, I agree with you completely on that. No one brings that up. Charles and Camilla, as far as we are aware, never had a child together. As far as we are aware, that is something that's been kept under very, very large wraps and sticky taped and wraps, and then more sticky tape and more wraps.
And
And
lead
it's a game of
sealed,
pass the
buried
parcel where no
somewhere.
one fucking wins. Hey, sorry?
And sealed in lead and buried somewhere.
Exactly. So, but the thing is, though, when you look at that polo player that Diana was always flirting with, he does represent Harry a lot. Represents him, I should say. Sorry, Harry
Yeah, but
represents him a lot. There's no proof.
so does Philip when he was younger.
Oh, there you go. Could Philip be the father of Harry?
No, because Philip's his grandfather, you tit.
It doesn't matter. Have you seen Jerry Springer? Grandfathers are fathers of fathers, and oh, meet your grandpa. But also, honey, just remember he's also your daddy. So call him granddad. You know, like, oh, can you imagine how confusing that would be around the dinner table? Mommy, who's my daddy? Philip goes, no. Biggie. I mean, him, Charles. Yeah, no, I agree with you though. They didn't mention anything of that. But I actually made you laugh. That's a miracle. Woohoo!
But it's
Would you? Okay, here's a question for you. This is going to sound so disgusting, and I'm sorry for people in chat who don't want to hear me say this. So technically, Charles and Diana committed incest.
no.
They're second cousins, honey. That's incest.
No, it's not.
Fine.
There's extra bloodline to say that it's not incest. Incest is immediate family, as in brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, and grandparents. And after that, it's like,
So first cousins, second cousins, third cousins, fourth cousins, it's not.
the first cousins is incest. Because the bloodline's still strong. Because it's your mother's sister's bloodline.
But what if it's a mother's brother?
It's still... First cousins is a no-no. Second cousins
how
is...
many people in America are going to be so upset about that?
Huh.
I thought it was normal. No, just look at, what's his face? He's got 3 eyes. They ain't normal. Anyway, we're going to not talk about incest because that's not what my channel's about. Sorry, guys.
Where... and... Charles.
But can you imagine though, like seriously, hey little Johnny, this is your daddy, and your uncle and your grandfather. So, yeah. Buck her up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then. They were 16th cousins once removed.
Oh, okay. What do they, when, okay, here's a question that's going to sound weird. When people say blah, blah, such and such as, like, second, third, fourth, 16th cousin once removed, what do they mean by once removed?
I think it's... because the DNA goes down the mother's line. I think. If somebody wants to correct me when they've decided to Google that monster, I think DNA goes down the mother's line. So once removed is the father's line.
Oh,
so Charles and Diana were both related to Henry VIII. They are also said to be 7th cousins.
Far out. That sounds like a massive headache. I'm so glad I'm not royal because I would suck at it. Can you imagine me being like, being at a dinner table and I eat something that I don't like? Normally I'm just like, I spit it out in a napkin and then put it somewhere on the, like, next to my...
Well, yeah. Both Prince of Wales and Camilla have shared ancestry dating back to the 17th century. Have I just let that sink in a little bit? Hello? Are we still here? Am I still here? Oh, I'm still here. Thank you, Busby. I don't know whether it's my internet or Tammy's internet. So, yeah, she's gone. It's my show. Hello, everybody. This is TJ's show. So Charles and Diana were related, and she's lost for words, and they were both related to Camilla. But Camilla was too far out of the family tree to be classed as royals. So she couldn't marry Charles when they wanted to get married. So she had to go off and marry Parker Bowles. But it's a proper fairy tale love story. They got together eventually. And every time he's with her, he's smiling. TJ, you're running this show, I know. An extra string to my bow. Do we all want to go over to my channel instead so I can get the views going? Busby says, that makes so much sense now. Well, it does. I mean, you look at him and he's happy. He's happier with the love of his life than he was with Diana. Diana, in my opinion, might not be a nice opinion, but in my opinion, he was getting on and he needed to produce heirs. So he had to have a younger wife. So they fixed it all up. Diana was the one that they chose. They had children. There wasn't any love there. It was an arranged marriage. They had children. They had their separate lives that they tried to keep out the newspapers. Royal protocol is shit, yeah, because he just needed to have. He had to produce an heir. Think about it. The man's 70 something now. How old was he when he got to get? He was 60 something when he finally got with Camilla. She wasn't going to produce an heir for him. And Penny says, yes, TJ, I think it was forced on him. And Busby says it is sad. It is sad, but if you toss it on its head, it's good because he's finally with the one he loves. It's sad what happened to Diana. I don't take anything away from that. She should not have been hounded the way she was. Well, she was a very beautiful woman and she could carry herself. I mean, think about it. When you see pictures of, this is a crime show, right? This is a crime show. So I'm going to give you 2 images and you're going to tell me which one did the crime. So you have a beautiful California beauty with straight teeth, perfect eyes, wonderful long flowing blonde locks. She's got really nice clean clothes on and she is found at the scene of a crime. And you've also got a homeless person with not a tooth in his head. He's got a squint, he's got no hair, he's filthy, he's manky, he's horrible to look at, and he's holding a knife. Who did the crime?
The one that looks prim and proper. That's right.
Okay, they're both holding a knife. Who did the crime?
Prim and proper one.
You're still going with the prim and proper one?
Yep.
Welcome back to my show, Tammy. Lovely to see you again.
No worries, Dad. Thank you so much for popping up.
No, you popped up on my show.
I popped up on what?
You popped up on my show.
What do you mean your show? This is my chat, isn't it?
No, you disappeared, so I took over your show.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking, what the fuck? No, because my other phone went flat. So I was thinking, oh my God, I'm not picking my own chat. Shit. Just get the... Oh, you smart ass. I'll get you back for that.
It was Busby and Penny that said that I took over your show.
Yes, she did, and she did an amazing job. Thank you so much.
Well, on average, it's the not nice looking person that people think did the crime.
No, that's what I'm saying. They'll pinpoint. Oh, I thought you said who did the crime. I was thinking, yeah, the good and proper one. Because the good and proper one did it because at the end of the day, like you said, people judge people by the way they are and by their appearance. Like, you know, you can go into a job interview in a suit and tie, have all the qualifications, but, you know, I mean, have none of the qualifications then compared to someone who walks in, like, say, with a tank top and a pair of shorts and wearing a pair of thongs. That is more than qualified. And they don't get the job, but the person who knows nothing about the job gets the job.
Exactly, because of appearance.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody loves Diana and nobody likes Camilla because, let's face it, Camilla is not as beautiful as Diana was.
Oh, I'm sure that Camilla makes up for that in other ways. Like, I'm not a fan. I thought Diana was beautiful, yes, but I appreciate what she stood for more than her appearance.
But she didn't. We've got to go back to the papers. Who makes somebody popular? The papers.
Mm.
They drip feed us what they want us to think, the newspapers. So we're going to see loads and loads of pictures. I mean, Kate and Meghan.
Yep.
Kate is a natural beauty.
Yep.
And Meghan is a natural beauty. They're both very pretty women when they've got the makeup on and all that. They're both very pretty women.
Yeah.
But people are looking at Kate because she's in the papers more often with a nice comment. Oh, she looked wonderful with this blue dress on. Oh, she looked fabulous with the vintage Chanel jacket on. And Meghan she had a frumpy white coat on.
I know, it's actually quite sad how they perceive people. And I agree, that's the thing, even if it's not, like, I'm not saying to sound mean or nasty or anything. In a lot of ways, the YouTube circles going around these days, everybody is criticizing of other people, and unfortunately there are a lot of people who get hurt by it, and yet there are other people that get praised for the stuff they do. And I just find that interesting. Like,
I've been floating about different channels because I can't get to the channels I used to watch because I'm obviously back at work now. So I'm having to go to different channels. So I've gone on a couple of channels, and one of those channels has guests on that are very expressive.
Oh, yes.
Shall we say. And they get a lot more views than the channels that just do a nice channel. I like a nice channel, one that I can listen to comfortably, one I can read the chat to comfortably. And then I'm like, well, why has this channel only got 200 subs? Why has this channel only got 100 subs? Why has that channel that's nothing but swearing, pulling people to pieces, and why have they got thousands and thousands of subs?
I think there are a lot. I'm not saying if it's the person. No, things keep highlighting. I'm not doing that, guys. I think there are a lot of people out there that do judge other channels and stuff like that. I do believe in my heart of hearts, some of them, not all of them, but some of them I think do buy subs. And I've even been asked by people, have you bought any of your subs? I'm like, how do you do that? Like, why would you even want to do that? I'd rather have, say, 50 loyal subs than, say, 550 ones I've bought. I'm not interested in buying subs, never have been, never will be. No matter how desperate I get to be monetized or whatever, I'd rather not have fake subs.
Right. I just want to address something in the chat. Right. Busby said, I don't get the picking on Meghan. Am I missing something? In my opinion, and in opinions of some people that I've chatted to, she is an American. It has got nothing to do with race. It is because she is American and history is repeating itself. Because there was an American divorcee that our king abdicated and went and married her. Wasn't there? Wallace and Mrs. Simpson?
Oh.
Edward and Mrs. Simpson.
Never heard of them.
You've never heard of them, right? Our queen should not be our queen.
Well, she's
her
not
father should not have been king. His brother was king.
Oh, you said this last time, yep, and he got to be king by default.
Right. So his brother, I can never remember the names. Edward and
Charles's. I was going to say Charles's brother's Andrew. I don't remember the king's brother's name.
right. So I'm sure it's Edward and Mrs. Simpson. Edward and Albert. Her father was Albert and Edward. Edward was the king. So he abdicated. He gave up his throne for an American divorcee and married her. And they lived like separate people for the rest of their lives.
So, sorry, they lived what lives? Separate lives?
Separate lives. They lived in the same French villa, but they didn't love each other. They fell out of love.
Oh my God. So he gave up the chance to be king for a woman he thought would love him like for eternity, and she only probably loved him for his title.
Exactly.
That's really sad.
So our royal family, forget the fact that they're royal, they are a family and they're looking after their family, can see that Meghan is doing the same thing.
Well, Harry walked away from his responsibilities as prince, though. So
yes.
But they're still together.
Are they, though? Have you seen the images lately? He's starting to pull his face when she's holding his hand, and he's not as happy as he used to be, and all this palaver. But that could be just because he's got 2 kids and he's not getting any sleep.
Or any sex.
Why does Charles have to denounce the throne? True, Tam?
Well, no, I honestly thought the reason because of the fact that he was divorced and he married a divorcee. I actually thought that's why, because
no,
no, okay. Well, then I had thought wrong, and I'm happy to admit that.
No, somebody called True Tam in the chat has said Charles has to denounce the throne, and I was just saying why.
Hey, True Tam. True Tam, if you want to come up here and explain. Hang on. True Tam, if you want to pop up here and explain.
And have a discussion, because you might know more about this than I do.
Okay, just give me a sec while I try and figure out how to. I always forget how to do this. This is really bad of me. I should know how to do this.
Must be put lol, mic drop. I get it now.
Where am I? Sorry, guys. I'm still learning because I'm on my old phone, so you got to keep in mind the things are a bit shit on this one. Tam, if you want to pop up here and explain to Miss TJ, you are very, very welcome to. Anybody else want to pop up? Round up. You're all welcome.
No, because it's the Church of England, and the Church of England allow divorce.
If Tammy pops up here, you're going to be crowded by Tammy's. Oh, here she is, I think. Okay, just remember, no arguing on my panel. This is going to be fun. Yep, it's Tammy. Whoopsies, I just did something wrong. Is she there?
Hello?
Look, I've got a white dot. Hello. I've got 2 white dots.
Hello. You got 2 Tammys as white dots.
Yes. Tammy, meet TJ. TJ, meet Tammy.
Hello.
Is this the famous TJ?
The TJ that has channel, not the one that works with that person. Okay. This is a different TJ.
That's why I was asking.
This is a nice one.
Oh, well, I don't know any TJs personally, so I really don't know. That's why I was asking. So no insults or otherwise to anybody if it was. No, Charles has to denounce the throne because that was the only way he could divorce Diana. That's number 1. That's number 1.
Okay.
And number 2 is the fact that he married a divorcee.
Right. And
so he's got 2 dings against him.
No, he hasn't.
He does, because he divorced Diana. That was the only reason he was allowed the divorce. He has to denounce it automatically to William.
Nope.
Well, that's what was said back when they got the divorce. The only way he could divorce was if he denounced the throne when it came time. And then he married a divorcee on top of which, so that's two dings.
And who said that?
The Queen.
No, she didn't.
Back that, go look it up. It's all in the paperwork.
Is that in newspaper work?
It's all in the government paperwork. Go back to then. And that's exactly why they killed Diana, because he couldn't marry Camilla if Diana was still alive.
Right.
So boom, boom, boom.
Our royal family is the head of the Church of England.
Yep.
Our royal family can get divorced.
Well, that's what it was when Charles wanted to divorce. That's why it took so long for the divorce, because of that reason. And Charles Diana said, no, I'm not staying married. No, because she said, I've already been in this marriage with 3 people long enough.
Right.
And that's when they did the divorce. That. Yeah. Right. And that's when they did the divorce.
He was allowed to divorce.
Okay, well, then he definitely stows the strike by marrying a divorcee. That's why the crown got taken from his given to his grandfather, because the uncle married a divorcee.
No, his uncle abdicated.
Why though?
Because he loved someone else and wanted to marry someone else.
Who was married before, right?
Who was an American.
Okay. Well, as far as I know, like I said, you got to go back and check. But as far as I know, that's why it took so long for the divorce of Charles and Diana. Because if they divorced, he couldn't have the crown. Then it was he couldn't marry Camilla as long as Diana was alive. And no longer was Diana dead when they got married. But he married a divorcee. It's just like that movie, the King, the Speech. Do you remember that movie about the speech?
Yes.
And the brother had to denounce to his brother who had a stutter, and they had to teach him how to do speeches. Do you remember that movie?
I do.
Okay, so it's kind of like that, where Charles has to denounce.
No, he doesn't.
He married a divorcee.
Yeah, but she's an English one. She's not an American one.
It doesn't matter.
We can't have an American on the throne of England.
Calm. Please keep it calm.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if she's from there or not.
It does.
He married, right, but look it up. If she was never married before, and he was never married to Diana, then absolutely. 100%. But they're in the Catholic Church. Catholics are not allowed to get divorced.
They're not Catholic.
What are they?
They're Church of England.
But what is that?
King Henry VIII wanted to divorce his wife.
Right.
So he created a new religion.
Well, all I know is, like I said.
And all I know is, like I said, King Henry VIII created the Church of England, which is not Catholic, which enables people to divorce.
Okay. Well, like I said, all I know is when all that was going down, if you go back to the Parliament paperwork with all the new stuff with the PM and all the meetings the Queen had to have and Charles had to have, and Diana, for that matter, and you go through, Charles had to sign paperwork.
Which was not to denounce his throne.
But that's what it was about. That's what the Queen said.
You're going, I think you're going.
Well, either way, I don't care, because
I think
the royal family has no power anymore.
Shall I just shut up and let you carry on?
No. I have nothing else to say about it. Like I said, I only know what I know from what came out and from what was supposed to happen. Prince William is to be king, not Charles.
No.
That's why they really didn't give a shit what Harry was doing. Just like Andrew. Harry's never going to get the throne. Even if Andrew or if William died, they would have to wait until his son was older. Harry will never get the throne.
No.
So they don't care
you're
what
quite right
Harry's
there.
doing.
You're quite right there.
Pardon?
But you're quite right. Harry will never get the throne, no
No.
matter what. Now
No
that
matter what.
William has had children, he will never get the throne.
Nope.
Right. So let's
No.
backtrack. So let's pretend that none of the Queen's children have had children. Okay?
Yeah.
So Charles, Andrew, Anne, and Edward. There is only one heir to the throne, which is Charles.
Yep.
So somebody bumps off Charles. Who's next in line to the throne?
William.
No, because he hasn't had any children. We're pretending that he hasn't
Oh,
had
right.
any children.
Okay. Okay. Well, then it would be the next brother.
Okay. So it
If
would
he
be
didn't have
Andrew.
any children, it would be his brother. And if his
Yeah.
brothers couldn't, then it would be his sister.
No, it wouldn't.
Wait, if the brothers were all dead and couldn't
Yeah.
carry the throne, it would have to be the sister like Elizabeth did it.
But no, it wouldn't go to Elizabeth. It wouldn't go to Anne.
Who would it go to then if nobody had kids?
It would have gone down the. It would have gone to Margaret's son.
So it would skip Margaret and go to her son?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
The only reason that Queen Elizabeth is Queen Elizabeth was because there was no male heir.
Right.
So if Margaret had a son, it would skip to Margaret's son.
But you just said nobody had any kids.
Margaret was Queen Elizabeth's sixth sister.
Oh, sister. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Sorry, I thought I was thinking of her daughter Anne. I
Right.
apologize.
But now, the last change in the law that the Queen Elizabeth did was to change the ruling for Charlotte, which is William's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So his son will get the throne after him.
Right.
If something happens to his son, his daughter will take the throne.
Well, Charles has two sons, though.
But now William has a son.
Or William has two sons, I meant to say, sorry. William's
Exactly.
got
But
two
the
boys and a
Queen-
girl.
But the Queen changed the ruling to say that Charlotte, if anything happens to the first son, the
Yeah.
next in line will be Charlotte. It
Yeah.
will not skip to Louis.
Okay. Got you.
So that's what happened.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's crazy. But no, like I said, as far as I know, with what was
And-
going through back then, before
And you
Diana
got all your
died with the
information
divorce.
from where?
Pardon?
You got all your information from where?
From watching the Parliament meetings about it.
Well, you
Like
must
there's
have missed
hours
the
and
episode
hours of
where-
footage.
You must have missed the episode where they said Charles does not have to denounce the throne.
Well, I must have. That must have came long after Diana died, and they thought everybody forgot about the rules.
Well,
Because again, he married Camilla, who is
The
a divorcee.
the rules of the British royal family are Church of England. And the Church of England, you can divorce. Because
Well, it's kind of like the government. Everything they ever told us is bullshit anyway. So, and like I said, the royal family they really don't, other than respect, they really don't carry any weight like they used to. As far as government, I mean.
As I said before, the royal family are purely there for tourism.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we're both calm now. We're not going to freak
Oh, I
out
wasn't
again.
upset. I wasn't upset. I have a very scratchy voice, so I'm having a hard time getting words out. No, I wasn't upset at all. At all.
As long as no
But
one's upset.
that's what was put out, and that's what was discussed. First, it was the fact that Charles wanted a divorce. Then it was the fact he wanted to marry a divorcee. Though, and that came out huge. If he hadn't married Camilla, the second scandal wouldn't have happened. But he wanted to marry her, and that's when they said, "Well, that's two strikes. He's got us. It has to go down to William."
How cool would that be if Prince William was King William? King
Mhm.
Willie.
He'd be a better king, anyways. I feel.
Well, I don't think so, because I don't think he's got enough experience. But
Wow.
then again, our queen only came to the throne at 26. She didn't have any experience,
Right?
and she done a wonderful job for 90 odd years.
Yeah. Yeah. She reigned for what was it, 70 or 75?
75.
75.
75, yeah. She's just done a platinum jubilee,
Yeah.
hasn't she?
Yeah. Yeah. Because she was 90 what?
96.
96. So yeah, 21. Yeah. Yep. 75-year reign.
Woohoo! I got something right. Eh.
Gold star
You
for
always
Camilla.
get stuff right. You silly.
You know that's the
silly
quickest
girl.
I've ever done. That's the quickest I've ever done a maths quiz apart from 1 + 1. What's that? I'm actually.
That's okay. I had to do it in my head to see. I'm like, wait a second, 75, 85, 95. What? Yep.
I was just like, I'm Rain Man, everybody.
You're a math quiz with a Kim
Don't ask
Kardashian
me to do
accent.
anymore. It's only a one-time show. That's it. I can't do anymore.
Come on
Somebody-
now. Come on.
Somebody clipped that when Cammy got something right.
Yeah, exactly. It's like capturing lightning in a freaking bottle, man. It's fucking
Isn't it?
weird.
Isn't it, eh?
Do your American accent for me.
Which one, darling? I have several. I can do Kim Kardashian because I don't like her. She's
You're
fake.
killing me. She's fake.
Oh, I don't want to kill you. Yeah, she's fake. She has a fake ass, fake lips, fake boobs, fake bum, fake everything.
Oh my God, that's
Oh,
what
hang
I'm
on.
going to call that other person on that other channel.
Oh, message it to me. Don't
Okay.
mention the name if it's who I think it is. Do not mention their name on my channel. Oh, I don't want that son of a bitch's name mentioned on my channel.
No, we're just going to
Oh.
start saying Kardashian.
Oh, trash. Yeah, and
He's
it's
a Kardashian.
Yes, he definitely is that. Yes.
Yeah. Fake, plastic, and full of shit.
Mm-hmm. Just like a trash bin.
Yeah.
That's why we call him trash. We could call him detrash bin.
Detraction.
Yes.
She's
Do you
from
like the
Australia.
Kardashians, DJ?
Pardon?
The Who's?
The Kardashians.
The Who's?
Oh, you don't know who they are. You know who they are, but you just want to acknowledge them. Okay, I get you.
Anyways, that's who we're going to reference that other person to.
Hey,
Because he's a Kardashian.
yes, definitely. But I've already made my peace with that. I'm not going to be letting it bother me by bringing it up. So,
No, we don't give those people time.
no.
We sing, we dance, we ha ha ha.
Yes.
And then we shake it up, shake it up.
Exactly. Shake the negative off and put on
Yep.
a nice coat of armor because I'm stronger.
That's right, you are.
Yes. Well, because I'm not sure if you noticed before you came into my chat. I'm not sure how many it is now. Mine, not like now. I've mentioned I've got when I first started this live, I had 601 subscribers.
Wow.
So I'm actually going pretty freaking good, and I'm very proud of myself.
Good
If I do
girl.
say so myself. And that's not bad for only having my channel for a year and a half. So
Yep,
That's good going. That is really good going.
yep. And all on your own, girl. All on your own.
and I didn't buy a single one.
No,
I
I don't even know how you do that.
Neither do I.
I've bribed
Everyone
people.
knows.
I bribe people.
Do you want to? I have 602 now. Did you? I could just imagine TJ sitting in a park with a puffer and bribing people. Get your parents to subscribe to my channel, or else
Well,
the Tooth Fairy won't come and visit you.
both my children asked me to cook a meal, a specific meal that I cook, and they both wanted it. And I went, you know that YouTube channel? And they were like, no, I'm not subscribing to your channel because it's crap. And I'm like, support your mother, but don't eat.
That's a girl. I like her a lot.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I have literally bribed people.
I would love to be able to say to people, because people, like, throughout having my channel, people are like, oh, Tammy, you know, do members when you get there, do this, do this, do this. I'm like, no. I don't want to do members only. I don't want to do people having to pay to hear me talk.
Right.
I said, if people want to, like, okay, I do have to change the subject quickly off my drama for a sec. I've got it. Where is it? Fuck. Keep talking. I've got to do something I've been meaning to do.
All right.
That I forgot to do. So keep talking, please, ladies, and I'll do this while I'm talking.
I go on to different channels, and like before, I asked, may I put my link up?
Yeah.
Even if I'm a mod on other channels, I ask. I'm not like, oh, I'll throw my link in here, I'll throw my link in here. I will ask, is it okay if I put my link up?
Yeah.
Because my channel is, it's just things that make me smile. It's my puppets. Yeah. It's my dog. It's when I go for a walk around a park, I'll explain what I'm looking at, where I am, what's the history. And it's a niche market. I'm not going to get thousands of views. I'm not going to get thousands of subscribers. So I'm not particularly fussed. But I'm in competition with somebody else, friendly competition.
Yeah.
And now and again, I mean, I've got one of my videos is me literally scratching my dog's head, and he's fallen asleep. That's got over 1,000 views.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Like, what? Why? Because there's people out there that like watching dogs go to sleep. Apparently.
Yeah. There's people. It's so the things that they find. Like for me, I like listening to nature sounds, like the rain or something like that, to fall asleep to. But if you go on YouTube, they'll have like different sounds of people whispering and tapping the microphone, and what do they call that? ASMR something? I don't know, but it's to help you stay calm or something. It's like, wow, I don't know where they think of these things, but wow.
Well,
I've got to quickly just announce something before I post it.
Okay.
My guest here, True Tam, okay, you can do this, you don't have to do this, it's fine. But please help Tam with a few medical things that she's got coming her way soon. And if you can, hang on, what have I done here? Sorry, guys, give me 1 sec. Oh, fuck, I just fucked up, sorry. If you can help her by helping her with her PayPal, please do. I will be posting the link for her PayPal in the chat, and in future it will be part of my be part of my description. If you can help True Tam out with a few dollars here, a few dollars there, just remember every single cent helps, and she really needs this help. And when Tam has a sec, I'll get her to explain what the things is, if she's comfortable with it, what she needs help with. But like I said, if you can help her with a couple of dollars here, a couple of dollars there, every single cent will go towards what Tammy needs help with. I'm not referring to me here, by the way, guys. This is True Tam that actually needs the help. And if there's anyone else in future that does need help with any kind of getting money towards a bill or a medical expense or anything like that, please feel free to contact me. I'll be more than happy to post your PayPal or your GoFundMe, whatever, on my channel. All I ask is that you be kind about it and don't leave any bitchy comments as you're donating. And please help True Tam out. She doesn't ask for donations on her channel. I actually wanted to do this for her to be able to give something back because of all the love and support she's given me in the year and a half I've had my channel for. She's only been on my panel twice now, but she has been an amazing support to me behind the scenes despite what she's going through. So if you can, please dig deep. Don't worry. If you can only think of to donate to me or True Tam, please donate to True Tam. She needs the help, guys, because of, like I said, medical expenses that are coming in fast and furious, so to speak. And I say, as if I could do something to help her, you know, ease the burden of that a little bit, then I will. But I'm not saying you guys have to donate to me and you have to donate to True Tam. Please help True Tam. If you can help me as well, great. But help True Tam. And if it's okay with True Tam, I'll leave her to discuss what the medical expenses are if she's comfortable with it. Please don't ask any personal questions. If Tam doesn't want to answer it, she doesn't have to. But I'll leave it over to you, Tam.
Well, thank you so much, Tammy. Tammy's brought this up to me for months now. What the money is for is actually to get me dentures. I had to have all my teeth removed, and the insurance we had wasn't what we thought. Like, we thought the removal was one amount and then the dentures would be a separate amount in the insurance, and it wasn't. So this Christmas will be a year that I haven't had any teeth at all. So I've been trying to save, and we've been trying to get the money together. And then, like I said, Tammy and a few other people on YouTube have been offering to help. And I'm not one that usually asks for help. And like Tammy, there's no money being made on my channel at all. My channel is a mental health support channel where I just try to help other people the best I can. If something I say or do can make them feel better, then that makes me feel better. And Tammy and a few others have pounded it into my head that, you know, you've helped enough people, now it's time to let them help you. So I finally have agreed, and I appreciate anything at all. And if anybody
Can I
has
ask what your target is? What is your target to make so you could get your dentures?
Oh, the target is 5,000. That's how much they are, but anything at all is going to help. Anything at all.
Okay.
So
if you can help True Tam out, just remember though, guys, that she does do an amazing channel about mental health. She does try and help everybody. Like when I first came across True Tam, my first message to her was, the way you do your eye makeup, your eyes scare me. And she could have easily responded with like, oh, fuck off. Who the hell are you? You know, but she wrote it with, I'm not that, she honestly wrote back, I'm not that scary. I said, you might not be, but your eyes are. And the fact that she responded to me with such kindness and such warmth and such a good sense of humor about it, she didn't just go, like I said, she didn't just go, oh, fuck off and block me. She saw it as a sense of humor. Whereas if you watch some of True Tam's earlier videos, she does her eyeliner in such a way that her eyes pop regardless, but her eyes would pop even more then, and it would scare the fuck out of me. And I had to tell her, and I just admire everything she's done with her channel. She's talked about the what, she's done mental health, she's done dancing, you name it. And this is my way of trying to give something back to her, to make her feel as though people do care, people do want to help. But for years at your channel, you've refused to help, and now it's time to raise your hand in the middle of the cricket field and say, I need help, you know. And there's no shame in asking for it. And even though I'm a tiny channel compared to all these other massive channels, if I can get this out there as much as I can, for anyone who comes into chat that has a channel, please post Tammy's PayPal into your lives, and please help True Tam reach her goal so she can eat solids again. Let this be, when her birthday comes around next year, let her enjoy a nice piece of steak, guys, instead of...
And a smile. I want to smile again.
Exactly. Please, guys, Tam's lost her smile. Let's all work together as a team, guys, and help Tam get her smile back so she can start having the confidence that she had before. Having all her teeth taken out took away her confidence. So let's just, like I said, work as a team and help her get that smile that I absolutely miss like crazy. And if I can make Tam laugh, if I can help her, if I had the money, I would donate the whole amount to her in a heartbeat. But unfortunately, I don't have that kind of money. Yeah, I would.
No, I know you would. And like I've said a million times on my channel's not gigantic either. Mind you, I don't put as much into it as you guys have, but you know, on my channel, I promote other channels. If you're in my chat, you know, you're more than welcome to share your link. Because I'm about building channels and building people up, not tearing them down. And I think what kept me from asking for help the longest is all the GoFundMes that are constantly going on YouTube.
Exactly. Just remember, guys, there are people out there who do GoFundMes so they can go to a casino, so they can, you know, buy a car and all this sort of shit that might not seem like it to you for a split second while you're donating, might seem like it's important. But this is what's important. Someone has lost their smile. We need to be able to, like I said, work as a community, not against each other in this time of life. You know, life is too short to be able to say, oh, well, if Tammy hasn't got teeth, that's her problem. She chose to get them taken out. It wasn't a choice Tam made on her own. It was a choice that was taken away from her because of all, I hope this isn't, am I allowed to say the reason?
Yeah, it's because of all the illness and all the medication that I had been on. And like I keep telling people on my channel, if you take any medication whatsoever on a daily basis, make sure you're doing something for dry mouth. I lost my teeth in 1 year.
Exactly. And if we can help Tam get that smile back, guys, let's make it happen.
No, I love you so much.
I love you too, honey. And I say, as if I can, this is what I mean by, yes, I pump my PayPal a lot. And I'll be honest with all of you, I'm going to be pumping this one just as bad. So, yeah, Miss PayPal might be my name, but what you got to understand as well, if there's anyone in chat, TJ included, if there's ever a time anyone needs any kind of help, please feel free to contact me and I'll be more than happy to put it up. I was actually hoping in my heart of hearts that True Tam would be here tonight because I didn't want to post it and go blah, 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 leave something out. I'm glad you were here tonight to explain what the money was for because I didn't want to, like, say anything that you would have been maybe just a tiny bit offended by. I wanted to do it and make sure you were here. I didn't want to say, True Tam needs teeth, guys. Let's help her get her teeth. She's lost her smile. She hasn't been able to eat solids for over a year. Let's help her. I'm glad you're here to explain how you lost your teeth and why and all that. So I'm glad you were here for that. So thank you so, so much for explaining it as well.
No, thank you so much. You have no idea how much this means to me.
Well, I hope that whatever I'm doing, I just hope that people can help you. And you deserve the help because, like I said, you've given so much of your time to me. Like, even when you've been having a real shit day before any of this situation with your teeth happened, you could be having a shit day, but you put all that to one side to help me through an issue. And when you wanted to address the issue you heard about the other day, you wanted to address it right then and there. And I didn't, and I still don't. But you respect that enough. You know, like I said, if people want to defend me with what they saw the other day, go for it. Just don't let me be a part of it because then it'll be seeing like I put them up to it. So
I'm not done. I'm not done yet.
Okay.
But like I said, I've had my own words with this person many times before, and they've been warned before. Don't F with my friends.
Honey, you're on my panel. You can say don't fuck with my friends.
Okay, don't fuck with my friends. I wasn't sure.
No, you can swear as much as you like on my channel.
Well, that person knows better. That person has been warned numerous times to leave my friends alone, and they know damn well that you're one of my friends.
Oh, but they probably forgot, you know. Because
yeah, well, they'll get reminded.
Oh, good.
They will be reminded.
But like I said, you know, I just look at it as I've made some amazing friends since being on YouTube.
Me too. That's what I said the other day with you and Misty and Elizabeth. Out of all the bullshit and all the crap that I've dealt with from YouTube, or the one case in particular, right? I have made some of the most amazing relationships. I have met the most amazing people that love me more than some of my own family. You know? Like, you can't buy that. You can't. I don't care if you have 1 million followers on your YouTube and you're making bank every month. Make your bank because you're lonely and you have nothing and nobody. At least I know when I disappear, my phone's got messages from people like Tammy and Elizabeth and Misty messaging, "Are you okay? I love you. I'm here when you need me."
Mm-hmm.
Not give them everything you've got and then have them turn around and go, "I do all the work and they don't do nothing and they're blah, 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 blah." No.
No, I think that what
we've gotten from these channels, those people will never get.
Exactly. And when I first started tuning into you, I found that everything you would be saying, you wouldn't be like there judging either family, if we're talking about that particular case, you wouldn't be there judging either family. You would be there trying to remain neutral, where everybody else was either Team Watts or Team Rusek. You remained split. You remained standing evenly in the middle. You weren't just. I hope this isn't out of line. Just because you talked to the Watts didn't mean you're automatically drawn to be on their side. You still had sympathy for the Ruseks, and you never ever. You know what I mean? You never allowed.
You know why though? Because from the minute I got into this case and decided to start a Facebook group, let alone a YouTube, okay? Yeah. Never in a million years did I think I'd ever be on anybody's panel on a YouTube, that anybody would give a shit what I was talking about. Then get my own channel. But the reason I got in this case was because I know Shanann, Bella, Cece, and Nico did not get justice. So it's not about sides. It's about somebody murdered these people and there's a couple missing.
Exactly.
You know, so I don't understand what the side thing is about. And if you're looking in the, like, I'm sorry, but if any murder case, every single person is a suspect until they're proven they're not. You've got to follow the actual evidence. You can't just go by what people say, because people lie, but evidence doesn't. And the agent says that. Right?
Exactly.
That's the Kessinger. People lie, science doesn't.
Oh, they say they're forensic files.
No, but Agent Kovac said that to Kessinger. He said,
but I'm just saying
people lie, science doesn't. And she's like, because remember, she's talking about the text messages.
Yeah.
Yeah. But either way, it doesn't matter. The reason I'm in it isn't for what they, and the reason why I was friends with the Watts wasn't why they wanted to be friends with the Watts.
You're friends with them because you generally wanted to help them get like everyone involved in the case where they deserve, where they need to be. And I admire that so much. Whereas some people, like I said, if I was ever given the opportunity to ever speak to either family, I would actually, regardless of how I feel about them, I would respect both sides of the family.
100%.
Because at the end of the day, both families lost. Yep. And like I said, I don't know if the Watts family, when they go visit Chris, I don't know if they're allowed to hug him. So let's just say they're not. They've lost him too, because they have to look for him.
100%. Both families lost 5 people in one moment.
Exactly.
No matter which way you look at it.
Exactly. I would love if Kessinger gave me the exclusive.
So I would love to be the prosecutor.
Oh, I would love to interview her.
Mm-hmm.
And just say, why do you think people are thinking you had something to do with it? Why do you think you should be seen as innocent when you were having an affair with a married man? What makes you feel like you deserve respect?
Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? One, people who have affairs doesn't make them murderers. They just make them cheaters, right?
That is very true.
So even with that, like I said, when I was first on Tanya Hagens, way back in the day, I slept with a married man.
I've slept with a married man too.
Doesn't make me a murderer. I was like 19 or 20, but I didn't know he was married. So I'm not you know what I mean? I ended it, obviously. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even with that, people right away were like, oh, you're on a witch hunt because she's a mistress. No, I don't give a fuck who she sleeps with. What I give a fuck about is all the things that she did and said afterwards.
Exactly.
That's what I care about. I want to know why her office was completely packed up and emptied the week before the murder.
Because her contract was up,
No, it wasn't.
wasn't it? Oh, okay. Because she said in an interview that her contract
That's
was.
what she said. But she also said both places fired her.
Hmm.
Now, the one place, okay, so she had her own company, Satya. Satya got contracted by Jim's company. I forget the name off the top of my head right now. And then Anadarko contracted her out through Jim's company. So in her interview with that lady, she says, Anadarko let me go. They wanted to pay me 2 weeks. But the other company said, no, your contract's done. That's it, or whatever, right? But why would your best friend's company let you go?
That's true.
And why would your company open in April and close that same year, right after the murders?
I was going to say bankruptcy.
No, she only did it just to get that contract.
There you go.
And how come when we get her phone detail, her phone isn't exploding with 1 million calls during the day? Her phone was used for work calls.
Yeah, exactly. And because it was her private number as well as her work number.
It was both, because she's a contractor.
Yeah.
So what would happen is, in the accounting department, when she would get her phone bill, she would bring that into work, give it to the accounting, and then they would reimburse her because she uses her phone for the work, right?
Yep.
But if she's health and safety, how come there were minimum calls on her phone?
Yeah, that's true. And I think I said this earlier, I'm not sure. How did Chris know that Shanann's phone would have enough battery on it to be able to turn on without even worrying about a charger?
No, Chris turned on her phone and said,
Yeah, I know.
There's 50% battery left, so it didn't shut off.
Okay.
Yeah, no, her phone wasn't dead is what he was saying. When he turned it on in front of the cop, he said there's 50% battery.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear him
Yeah.
say that.
But if we just go by evidence alone, we have 8 fingerprints and a footprint that they lifted off the garbage bag Shanann was covered with that do not belong to Chris or Shanann or the girls.
Exactly. Why weren't they checked against all the other people that were around that time?
Right? We have hair that was in the garbage bag with Shanann, not in the pickup truck like her mother said. It was in the garbage bag with Shanann.
And whose hair was that?
Well, it depends. Was the hair in the bag or was it in Shanann's hands?
Exactly. That we don't get told.
Then we have the fact that Chris murdered her Monday morning and the children. First, they killed them all in the house. Then he only killed one in the house. But 3 cadaver teams told us nobody died in the house and nothing dead went in that truck. And then we get to Shanann's body, which was supposed to have been dead for 3 days in hot, scorchy weather, barely buried in the middle of a cattle field, but she's still in partial rigor, which is, that would never, ever, ever happen. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful in any way, but after 3 days in that weather, she should have been soup. And that's the only way to put it.
And also there would have been like insect life on her because of the
Right.
fact that
There's no mention of any of that. But bigger than that, we see drone footage. There are no, there's no birds circling, those fucking ones that eat the dead. The vultures, there's no birds circling over. There's no wildlife that tried to drag her out in the night. She was there for 2 nights, apparently.
I don't think she was
But no
buried there till
wild
the...
coyotes or anything couldn't smell her? Come on.
Yeah, exactly. And especially if she was bleeding heavily, as they say that she was, that would have attracted the wild animals for sure.
100%. 100%. And if you go back and look at the weather for Colorado that week, they broke records with their temperatures that week.
Yep.
Okay. So again, tell me how this woman is still in partial rigor. If she died 2 days before. And why do we have Shanann's Apple Watch having her walking around at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 10 p.m. on Monday night when she was buried Monday morning? And the watch has got to be worn to pick up the steps from the heartbeat.
Exactly right. So it makes me wonder, did Shanann actually die Monday morning or Tuesday morning?
Shanann was murdered Tuesday night, and so were the girls, right before they went out to the oil site.
That's what I'm thinking.
And I want to know how come Kessinger's phone was perfectly fine on Sunday when she went for brunch after the museum with her dad, or went to the museum but skipped brunch, sorry. But come Wednesday at the park with the FBI, it's shattered.
Yeah, exactly. Makes absolutely no bloody sense.
And where's all the extra video footage from Nate the neighbor? Where's the footage showing Nicole Atkinson showing up? Where's the footage showing your son standing on the car peering in the garage window?
Where's the footage of Shanann walking up to the door?
Well, there's that, yeah.
There's just so much footage that's been left unshown that it makes people want to...
Chris's truck is directly behind Shanann at the front door when she walks in. But when he gets up in the morning, he's got to walk all the way over in the dark towards Betty's.
No idea. I wish I could answer that one.
Well, there should be video on Chris's and Nate's.
And why is it when Chris demonstrates, when they're doing the welfare check, Chris is demonstrating where the doorbell camera picks up from, and he's standing at the bottom of the stairs on the veranda. But when Shanann comes home, it shows her much further away.
No, it's right. It's not the first step. It's the block of concrete. So when you look at there's the driveway, and then they have like a patio step, and then 2 steps up onto the veranda. It picks her up as she comes around the corner from the garage wall there, right on that patio step before she hits the first step.
Okay, because I see her further back than that. I see her back near the corner of the grass area.
Well, as she comes across that corner, she's got to be in the angle of the doorbell.
Okay.
Where Nate's is a security camera, so his gets different angles. Like his is a camera, hers is in her doorbell. Get what I'm saying?
Yep.
But with Nate's, what I don't understand is, flat out, the cop asks him right away, is it motion censored, or does it continually record? He says motion censored. So why is his camera recording Chris's truck doing nothing for 26 minutes?
Exactly.
Who or what kept that camera recording?
A mouse.
Right? Because it's action mode of it, like it moves by motion. Well, Chris backs that truck in. He goes inside. He's in there for 20 some odd minutes. Then he comes out. So what kept that camera going?
Well, it could be anything. It could be leaves. It could be a tree. It could be a mouse. It could be anything.
But how come it didn't do it before and after? It only did it during Chris's truck.
Do you reckon Nate could have been activating it?
Well, that's what I'm trying to ask. He's missing footage before and he's missing footage after. So but when Chris's truck is doing nothing, it continuously records for 26 minutes.
Was Chris's truck engine going?
That's it, though. It's just an engine. It's not moving.
It is.
But that's what I'm saying. I get that. It can be that sensitive. It could have been the flag sitting in his garden. So where's the other footage that's missing? Why didn't it set it off for those things?
I wish I could answer that.
No, he said it's straight out motion. That's what he said. Either way, like I said, so where's the footage of Shanann walking up the driveway then? That's not there. His motion sensor didn't pick that up. She was walking. And Nicole's car was running and moving.
Just gonna throw this out there because I know nothing about this case. I absolutely nothing. But I'm presuming that you're seeing footage from a court case.
It's actually it never actually went to court.
Right. So where is this footage being shown?
It's all over YouTube. However,
where was
for me personally, no, I got all of mine. All of my footage has come directly from the district attorney's office. Anybody can apply for it. You fill out the form and they will send you all the files that they're willing to send.
Right.
So mine came directly.
All the files that they're willing to send. So if it's going to be upsetting to see somebody who is now not there anymore on video, they're not going to send you that footage.
Oh, but it wasn't, that was the thing. It wasn't upsetting. They're showing us the footage of her friend's car pulls in, and then we get the footage from her own video showing her walk up to the door. The neighbor's video, for some reason, doesn't show that. That's where the argument comes in. Why is it on her doorbell, but not on his? Where's that missing footage now?
Maybe his is angled slightly that it wasn't worth showing anything.
Well, for me, I think it was we didn't see her because she crossed through that tree, that bush that's there, Tammy. That's why his camera didn't pick her get out of the car and walk, and then her camera picks her up coming up at the door. But like I said, Nate, there's a lot of footage missing from Nate's. Now, this case, according to the government, is done, over, convicted. Chris is doing 5 life sentences. So that, therefore, everything that's in their files is part of the Freedom of Information Act. Therefore, they should not be withholding any evidence of any sort, including the fact that they have forged documents stating they gave his personal phone and wallet to his father, and they did not.
No, it's still in there.
I have spoken to his father and his mother. They do not have his phone. They even said, you can keep the phone, just send us the videos and pictures of our grandchildren. And we're going, which is over 4 years. The district attorney is dirty. He knows exactly who killed this woman, this pregnant woman and her babies. And he's allowing them to walk free.
That's so sad.
Yep.
And I mean it sincerely, and I don't sound like it, but I mean
it's disgusting. It's disgusting. And like I said, it's not a matter of Chris being innocent or guilty. It's a matter of bring these other people in, bring out the evidence in court, and prove who did it.
Exactly.
Because Chris has told us 2 different confessions that he did it, and neither time does he know how they died or anything he should know.
Exactly, because I heard on the grapevine he got the tanks mixed up.
He did. When they went in, when he marked that picture, he had Bella, Cece. It was the other way around. They got Cece out first.
There you go.
Just like when I told everybody at the beginning, Chris has 2 cell phones, one for work, one for personal. Kessinger has one for both. No, you're full of shit, blah, 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 blah. What happened? She had one phone.
And the thing is, well, that makes me curious, is like she destroyed the SIM card because according to her, she didn't want Chris to contact her anymore. But then when she got the replacement SIM card, she got it with the exact same fucking phone number.
Exactly.
Like, what the hell, sweetheart? You want, like, if I want someone to leave me the fuck alone, I block them. Simple as that.
That's all you got to do is block them. But that's the thing. People are so hung up on the fact that she destroyed the SIM card. It doesn't matter. We're talking about, it wasn't even just local PD on this. The CBI was in on it and the FBI from Denver. They have all the bells and whistles. That woman could have deleted something on her phone 10 years ago and they can still get it. And that agent Kovac told her flat out, whether it's what you give us today or what we already have. Which means they already had her phone downloaded before she handed it over.
It just makes me wonder though, like, and also the Google search.
Yeah.
Can deleted messages be, what was it? Can deleted messages be retrieved or found or whatever it was?
How can you make sure something's deleted that law enforcement can't retrieve it? Then we've got her searching for Shanann a year before the murders, almost to the day. Like, there's so many things that just don't add up.
And didn't Chris admit that he introduced Shanann and NK back in July of the previous year?
No, NK wasn't there.
No, because I could have thought I heard that Chris introduced those two a year prior or a month
Absolutely
or so prior.
not. NK didn't start at Anadarko until April of 2018. So how could she meet her the July of 2017?
Oh, who the hell knows? This whole case.
He only worked there from April until August.
How long do you think the affair went longer than 6 weeks?
No,
That's what I'm getting at. I don't think.
I
think
don't,
it did.
because there's nothing. We would have digital footprint, and there is nothing to show from work or personal that anything went on prior to the beginning of June.
Okay.
Or not June, hang on. July, I meant to say, sorry. July, when Shanann left.
Right.
They
I'm
had
gonna
only
jump
just
now.
started talking just before that because, and that's the thing. Shanann posted that she was pregnant, the oops, we did it again, right?
Yep.
On the 9th. The very first email between Chris and Kessinger is on the 12th. So it was all over Facebook all summer that Shanann was pregnant. Before they even had the very first work group email sent out about the gas monitors.
Yep.
That's the very first email between the two of them at all. And that was on the 12th. Shanann announced it to the world on the 9th.
There you go.
I'm going to jump down.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
I
going to go
haven't got
too,
a
actually. It's
clue what
really
you're
early
talking
here
about.
for me. I'm sorry I took
No.
over. I
No.
apologize.
No, it's fine. It is a true
TJ, it was so
crime
lovely
channel,
to be up here with you.
but I don't know what's going on, so I'm going to
No,
jump
I'm
down.
going to hop down. You guys continue what you guys were doing before. I turned this into a case talk, and I didn't mean to.
No, but it's a true crime channel. That's
No,
the
Exactly.
whole point of
Everyone's
this channel.
entitled to come up and talk about whatever they want. I'm not fussed. I love when people come up and
but you guys
change
are
the
having a lovely chat, and then we start talking about the case.
Tammy, press less. It's fine. I'm going to be wrapping it up very soon anyway.
Well, I love you guys.
So, I love you too, Tammy. And please, guys, just remember to help Tam get her dental work done. If you can, her PayPal will be linked in my comments after the live if you miss it. And, yeah, please help her.
You guys are so amazing. I love
I'm
you
not.
so much.
No, I'm not.
Love you too, darling. Speak to you again
Tammy,
soon.
give me a call when you're done, okay?
I will do, darling.
Okay, I love you guys.
Love you. Oh, she's cool.
The
You
chat will
are
testify
amazing.
I'm just a pain in the ass.
Oh, yes, I've got to remember, I can't say you're a nice person. I've got to say you're a pain in the ass.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, fucking hell.
Hello,
You guys
Kelly.
are getting intense. Who's in here?
Kelly,
Oh, hi, Kelly. I just highlighted her comment for no reason other than my thumb did it.
well,
Hey,
it helps
Kelly.
me.
Oh, far out. Oh, far out. So, yeah, when you guys are talking, I'm sorry if you heard me giggle. I'm sorry. It was just like, relax.
What was that?
Yeah, I know. Just for me, I just thought I picked up a little bit of tension. I was worried.
No. I know
'Cause I
my
don't
facts.
want to
She knows her facts.
Hey?
I know my facts, and she knows her facts.
Yeah, well, that's true. It's all good.
It is.
It just freaked me out because I was like, oh God, I don't want two of my favorite people arguing. Please don't argue on my panel. Shit.
It's
Oh,
not
but no,
arguing, it's discussing.
yes.
Yay, it's my channel again. Absolutely fantastic. Welcome to the TJ channel. So, where did we get to? We got to Penny. Nate also said, no, I haven't got a clue what I'm not going to talk about because I don't know what I'm talking about. That's a red flag. Fantastic conversation. Yes, it was a fantastic conversation, Penny. Hello, Kelly. And Penny says, hi, Kenny. And Kelly says, hi, TJ. Smash that like button, give some love, and help with the algorithm. Yes, by all means. Don't forget to touch the like button and share and hit the notification bell, because that's the most important thing, is the notification bell, because it lets YouTube know that you're interested because you want to know more.
Yeah, thank you, TJ. You're a sweetheart.
No, I'm not.
Fine, you're such a pain in the fucking ass.
I know.
And for those who are new to my chat that don't know, TJ doesn't like compliments ever. So I have to say that to her, even though she knows I think she's adorable.
No.
Yes.
Stop it.
Oh, I could, but then I'll be lying.
Well, that's okay. It's not lying. It's just abstaining from the truth.
Well, I think you're awesome. And you're awesome to come up and keep me company on my panel. So thank you.
Well, I feel awful that Tammy's gone. The other Tammy's gone, because this is your shtick. True crime is your channel.
I'm going to call her after the live, so it'll be all good. I'll better go do that before I fall asleep, I guess. All right.
What time is it there now?
The time here now technically is 10:35 at night.
So you're 9.5 hours ahead of me.
Mm-hmm. Fun.
I'm either talking to people who are 6 hours behind me or people who are 10 hours ahead of me.
I find that's always the way with me. Like, I hardly get anyone in here, apart from when my brother comes in. I hardly get anybody in here from Adelaide. And I've been told that.
Don't get me wrong. I have Hen's channel, and 3 of us are on there.
Oh yes.
4 of us are on there. Are UK. So.
Yeah. Well, I have to wrap this up.
Yep.
And I will see you when I have you on my panel. I'll see you on another panel soon. Thank you for your company tonight.
No, thank you for letting me up, and thank you for all the chat, for accepting me the way I am. Oh, Penny's UK. Welcome.
Pardon?
Penny is UK.
Yeah, Penny's in the UK too. Yes. I love the fact I get people from all over the world. It's awesome. All right, well, okay. What was I can't even figure out what I'm going to fucking say to end this live. Are you okay?
I'm okay, yeah. Take care, cool. Everybody. Be nice.
Thanks again, TJ.
Except to me.
Have a good day, darling.
And you.
Bye.
Bye.
You too. Bye. Bye. All right, guys, that's a wrap for tonight. Please remember to find the link for True Tam's PayPal. If you can help her out with anything, please do. It'll be much appreciated from her. And if you like, I'll get her to pop up here a few more times and give a bit more information or talk about what she's trying to raise funds for. Her goal is $5,000. We don't expect to be able to raise all of that for her, but any donations to help her would be a great help to her. And if you're feeling extra generous, you can feel free to donate to my PayPal too. But if at any time that you are going to donate to True Tam and you've got to put it into, say, my PayPal, please put in the description that it's for True Tam, if that's how you want to do it, and then I will forward it on to her PayPal myself and say this is from such and such. But until next time, guys,
take care of yourself. And again, thank you to every single one of you who have stood by me, subscribed, been on panel with me, donated to me, listened to me offline, and all the rest of it. You are all uniquely amazing, and I appreciate each and every one of you. If you ever want to come up on panel and talk about anything, just know that this is True Crime Discussions with Tammy, not True Crime Discussions from Tammy. So we can talk about absolutely anything and everything. And yeah, so until next time, guys, you know the drill. Take it easy. And until next time, good afternoon. Oh, sorry, I'll talk properly. Until next time, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Bye.